I loved the most betrayed me in the worst way possible. My best friend Emily had been living with me for almost 2 years. She moved to this state for work and didn't know anyone except me. We had been friends since we were kids. Our families knew each other, and we basically grew up in each other's homes. When my mom died, Emily stayed with me for days so I wouldn't be alone. About a year later, I started dating Mark. I fell for him really fast. Eventually, he moved in with us too. I thought about asking Emily to find her own place, but I never did. She was the only person she had here, and I didn't want her to feel like she was being replaced. Deep down, I was also scared that if I asked her to leave, I might lose her. So the three of us lived together like our own little family. We cooked dinner together, watched movies, and stayed up late laughing about stupid things. Emily and Mark got along really well, and it made me happy. The two people I loved the most seemed to care about each other too. Then the whispers started. A friend asked me one day if Emily and Mark were a little too comfortable around each other. Another friend said they saw them having lunch together when Mark was supposed to be working. I brushed it off immediately. I trusted both of them more than anyone. But eventually the rumors got loud enough that I asked Mark about it. He laughed like the idea was ridiculous. He said of course nothing was going on. He even joked about how awkward it would be since we all lived in the same house. And just like that, I believed him. Months later, one night, Mark came home looking sick with guilt. He sat down across from me and said he needed to tell me something because he couldn't live with the secret anymore. Then he said the words I never expected to hear. He and Emily had been sleeping together. At first, my brain refused to understand what he said. The two people I trusted most in the world had been betraying me behind my back, in the same house where we all lived together. I confronted Emily right away. She looked straight at me and denied everything. She said Mark was lying. She repeated it so many times I almost started doubting him. Then Mark sent her a message while we were sitting there. A few seconds later, he showed me her reply. It simply said, "She knows I told her." That was the moment everything collapsed. Eventually, Emily admitted it had happened more than once. Sometimes Mark left work early just to see her. Sometimes they didn't even leave the house. They just waited until I went to work. That night, I asked Emily the only question that mattered. Why? She just looked down and quietly said, "I don't know." That was the last conversation we ever had. Mark packed his things and left that same night. Emily moved out a few days later.